This is gonna be a normal video. Try to make it like 15 minutes. My topic today, I wanted to talk about was self-confidence. If you, I mean, by some chance you came from my Instagram or something like that, you would have already seen I posted a short about that today. I've got another YouTube video I've got to upload. Should be about an hour and a half of content. I'm just gonna mash that all up in one video because I don't want to make a bunch of different parts and stuff like that. However, yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Self-confidence. I actually got inspired by someone to do this today because they were kind of dogging on themselves, and I maybe want to film this. So, let's just get started. First thing is looks. I think that's a big one. A lot of people are really insecure about. People will dog on themselves about the way they look. I would genuinely just say it doesn't matter. And I'm not claiming that looks don't matter because, you know, if this does go viral, I'm gonna have a bunch of like black pill people in my comments calling me stupid or whatever. I'm not saying looks completely don't matter. I'm not gonna like sit here and say sweet lies. Looks matter. They matter a good bit, right? But I believe the problem is most people are too harsh on themselves in the way they look. A lot of times people just way overshoot how bad they think they look and way undershoot how good they look because we tend to over focus on the negative qualities on ourselves, which that's just human nature. It's not really anyone's fault, but I'm just gonna go right out and say it, you've gotta fake it till you make it. I mean, fake confidence is real confidence at the end of the day. And what I mean by that is, if you, let's say I've got a big interview, right? And I walk in there and I pretend like I'm the most confident person in the world. I'm smiling the whole time, my body language is great. I'm chatting away, right? Making the interviewer laugh, whatever. That's actual confidence at the end of the day. Because after that, you're going to feel good about yourself, and that'll further reinforce real confidence. So, fake it till you make it is extremely applicable to, well, the realm of self-confidence and self-esteem. Another big thing, which, I know this is a very black and white answer, but it's just working on yourself. Going to the gym, taking better care of yourself. It's not just so it will make you actually look better, it will make you feel better and make you feel like you look better. I swear, after I do my skincare routine, I feel like I look twice as good. Even though I might not, it's in my head, and I believe so. Or, you know what I mean. I know better, but it feels like it, right? So when you're doing these good habits that reinforce you actually looking better, you don't even need to see results in the beginning to feel like you look better. Right? It's such a simple, I don't know if I'd call it a simple concept, but it sucks because when you're in that position, it's so difficult, at least for most people. But it's just like from the outside, you know, it's just kind of like, just think positively and look in the mirror and tell yourself you look good. And over time, you'll genuinely start to believe that. There's something I've been reading about and watching videos on and trying to get better at, and that's pretending to be the person that I want to be. A lot of the time now, I don't really have to fake it till I make it. It's just actually, like, you know, it's evolved into actual confidence and stuff. To be fair, I don't think I've ever been really a person who struggled with confidence at all. Maybe when I was younger, I used to be really skinny. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still pretty skinny, but like, I'm bulking right now, trying to put on, what, 30 more pounds by summer? 20, 25? But, you know, it's just, try it. Like, please, try it. Wake up every morning, right? Wash your face if you have any kind of skincare or anything. Don't use hand soap. Don't use anything like that on your face. If it comes down to it, literally just rinse off your face with warm water. And see how you feel. Just take better care of yourself. And I know that's, once again, it's such a black and white answer, but it's not just about how you will actually look. I can't stress that enough. It's about how it will make you feel. It will make you feel like you look better and make you feel better because you'll feel productive, and that'll give you dopamine. And dopamine is the happy chemical. Well, dopamine, serotonin. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but sure, there's a lot more people more qualified to talk about that than me. But I at least know the basics. There was something I was going to say, but I think I lost it. Oh, no. Well, self-affirmations are a big one. I remember there was a good period of time where I was just waking up every morning, and I'd go look in the mirror right when I woke up. And I would just tell myself, like, you're going to get this done, this done, this done. You got this, Gage. You're going to fucking crush it today. I swear that worked like a charm. Excuse me. Honestly, I don't have an excuse for why I don't do it now. I feel like I should. I should be doing that now. But I don't. I have it in my daily task to write down self-affirmations. That's been about my only task I've kind of been slacking on. I gotta get better on that, you know. I try to say at least one thing I'm grateful for before bed, which is another thing I think could help a lot of you. Gratitude and gratefulness. I promise you, no matter how bad your situation is, you have something to be grateful for. You do. I mean, hell, if you really want to take the manifestation to another level, you could say you're grateful for the fact that things will get better. Because deep down in your heart, you should know they will. Whatever you're going through. That's a big thing. You could just be grateful for the fact that it will get better. Because the more you tell yourself that and the more you believe that, the more it's likely to come true. I'm not a big, like, I guess spiritual or superstitious, that's the word I was looking for. Superstitious guy. Well, I don't know if I'd call that superstition. Anyways, but it's weird how the universe works. Very, very weird. I swear, I'll talk something into existence, like, all the time. It's very odd. Of course, that could be a coincidence, and it's my brain noticing it more. But it's very, like, let's say... What's a good example? Let's say you're playing a video game. Right. And you're like, man, my account got deleted, and I really want that new skin. I want that skin that I used to have. Just sucks I don't have it anymore. And then boom, you get it 2 hours later. I'm not saying, right, you can't just go, I want to be a millionaire in 5 minutes. And that crosses the line of, like, illogical. I mean, even the video game example kind of does, if you want me to be real. But, like, you know, if you want a more realistic example of manifestation, it would be something like, let's say the gym. I'm going to get a lot stronger over this next month. And lo and behold, obviously there's variables like how long you've been working out, body weight, blah, 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 blah. Generally, you'll probably actually get stronger. It's just how it works. You believe in yourself, you're genuinely more likely to do whatever you're believing yourself in. If you believe you're handsome, you'll feel more handsome. I mean, I know that feels like if you're homeless, just buy a house, but it's the truth, like, genuinely. And it sucks because I know it's hard when you feel that way about yourself. When you feel like you're ugly, when you feel like you're not comfortable in your own skin, when you feel like you might hate yourself, it's tough. But even if you have to fake it, even if you have to grab your face and make a smile, right? Do it. Just do it. I'm telling you, it will work. I I I mean, I'm sure there is a science behind it, but your brain, I actually watched a video on that lately about the science behind it, but I'm not really going to break that down because then the video will take a while. But if you just adopt the identity of who you want to be, it will just fall in place. Now, that kind of aligns more with life itself in general. Like, instead of saying, I am trying to quit smoking, you would say, I am not a smoker. And once you adapt that identity, your brain kind of, I don't want to say goes a little wonky, but your brain starts to truly believe, oh, well, must not be a smoker. I know, it might sound stupid, but test it out for yourself with whatever in your life. If it's video games, you struggle playing video games too much, say, I don't play video games. If it's gooning, say, I don't goon. I know it sounds like a joke, but I know it's something a lot of people struggle with. It's just, you've gotta have confidence in life. If you really want to go far, you've got to be able to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. That's something I believe, speaking from experience, is that will take you far in life. Speaking from experiences, and I would say I do this myself, not not that I've gone far in life yet. Don't think I've failed at life or whatever. Obviously, I'm 18, but you know, I'm 18. I haven't traveled the world yet or done anything like that, but I will go far. I know I'll go far in life. For sure. 1000%, not a doubt in my mind I will. And I hope the same for all of you. You need to talk like that. Exactly, that is a perfect example. If there's doubt, throw it away. Truly. Because the moment you start feeding yourself that negativity is the moment your brain starts to adapt to someone. Oh, let me slow down. I can't even talk. The moment you start to speak negatively is the moment your brain starts to adapt to the identity of someone who thinks negatively about themselves, or whatever you're speaking negatively about. You speak things into the universe because of how your brain works, and that's why it feels that way. When you say, I don't know, let's say, I'm going to be a millionaire by this age, your chances of doing that are so much higher than of someone who is on the fence about it, like, yeah, I want to be a millionaire, but it's just so hard because this, and then there's that, and you might be thinking, like, well, no shit, you know? Tell me the grass is green next. But you'd be surprised about how many people don't believe in themselves. Like, at all. It's crazy. Truly. And it's, you can go so far by just believing in yourself and having self-confidence. Like I said, you don't have confidence? Fake it till you make it and take baby steps, right? Try to force yourself into an uncomfortable position pretty often. If you hate talking to people and you're horrible socially, try to sound a little more confident the next time you order food. Try to compliment that person's t-shirt. Try to ask someone for directions even when you don't need them. And slowly but surely, you will become a person who has no problem talking to people. It'll feel like magic. Because that's how it works. Over time, you doing that, you've become someone who has no problem socially. And you just, like, you didn't really see it in action. It's very crazy how that works, but it works. You have to feed yourself positivity. It's just such a big thing. I've went through it of the feeding myself negativity. All it does is add fuel to the fire. You think calling yourself ugly all the time is gonna make you look better? It's gonna make you feel fucking uglier because you're believing you're ugly. You're telling yourself you're ugly. It's like a bit of an out there example here, but just hear me out. If I were to walk up to a random person, right, and be like, just put yourself, not in shoes. Never mind. Just hear me out. If I were to walk up to a random person, right, and I was like, hey, they're like, hey, what's up? I go, you're fucking ugly. Well, minus the obvious fact that I might get punched in the face, there's the fact that, what do you think they're gonna think? I might be ugly. And of course, you could sit there and say, yeah, well, I'm a pretty confident person, so I just ignore what they say. And yeah, that might be true. But even subconsciously, it still matters a little bit. Until you've really mastered that confidence, it still matters a little bit. Even if you don't think it does, your subconscious is about 95% of your mind, and you don't even usually know what's going on in there unless you learn about it. Excuse me, I apologize. If I go up to a person and say, you look amazing, or you look beautiful, or you look handsome, what do you think they're going to say? Well, of course, obviously, thank you, I would hope. Hope that wouldn't be a punch in the face kind of scenario. Chances are they're going to think, oh, wow, I must look pretty handsome today. They're going to go through the rest of that day with a little pep in their step, you know, like a little more confidence, you know? Like if I'm like, hey man, I think your outfit looks like fucking shit. I'm like, he's not going to feel that great about his outfit for the rest of the day. Of course, there's variables depending on who it is, but this is a generalized statement. I just don't want any comments of like, you know, cherry picking or whatever you want to call it. I forget the term. If I go up to someone and say, dude, your outfit looks awesome. Keep it up, bro. Or you got that shit, or you're rocking it, whatever. You know, your outfit looks awesome. Could have just left it there. He's probably going to go through the rest of the day thinking his outfit's awesome. And a lot of those, I hope during that you were thinking, yeah, you're telling me obvious things. Now take a second and think about that for yourself. I'm telling you obvious things, right? Boom. That's the obvious thing. It sounds so easy when I'm saying it about someone else, but the same thing applies to you, and if anything, it actually matters more because your opinion should matter more than anyone else's. And that's not just me saying that as in, you know, you're number one in your own life and stuff like that, which I believe. Well, of course it's arguable when you have kids and things like that, but assuming you're probably around my age, we'll say, you're the number one person in your life, and for the most part. So, whether you believe it or not, your opinion kind of does matter more than anyone else's, right? So, it's just the science of self-belief, and I guess you could say manifestation. Truly. And once you take on the identity of someone that looks better, you'll genuinely start to look better, because an identity of someone who looks better would take care of themselves more, you know? They take care of themselves more, they'd start looking at their better features as well, it's just, you could go so much further if you just had confidence. Truly. Like, I think confidence alone, I have been in some situations and some rooms where I did not belong at all because of confidence and talked my way in there. I have gotten, how much was it? I can't remember. I got something, I don't want to say too much, but I was in a little thing with some people, right? Involving business, involving real estate. Everyone else paid upwards of like $5,000. I paid, what was it? $100? $200? One time? Because I was being persistent and I was hopping on calls, talking well, looked promising, got people to like me, all this and that. I mean, networking is so, you could go so far. But for that, you need confidence, and your life will just be so much happier in general if you just work on having confidence. There's a book called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I actually never read it myself. I might here soon. Currently reading The Millionaire Fastlane? No, The 4-Hour Workweek. Nice. I'm crazy. I forgot the name of the book I'm reading. Okay. Whenever it happens. I think that's about all. I don't just want to wrap this up, but I'm at 22 minutes, and, you know, I told myself I really wouldn't drag this out. As much as I'd love to keep speaking, I could just make another video or something, so that's what I might do. But yes, just start small, right, with little affirmations. Reward yourself for small wins. I mentioned that on my Instagram. I mean, I use an app called Finch. Or you may have heard of it. It's like a habit tracker. One of my habits that I check off for the day is getting out of bed. And at the current moment in time, I'm not really someone who struggles mentally. I'm not saying that in general. Of course, I have my ruts and my problems. But it's still, if I have a really bad day and I get nothing done, I did something. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. That doesn't mean you ignore what you mess up, but you don't beat yourself up for it. Excuse me. You don't beat yourself up for it. You don't. And, I don't know, just focusing on the positives. There's so much that goes into confidence and things like that, that it's, you know, it's deeper than looks and how you carry yourself. A big good of it is how you carry yourself, but yeah, just tell yourself, I am someone who is confident. If confidence is something you struggle with, every day you wake up in the mirror, it's so easy. Whenever you go to the bathroom, because assuming you go to the bathroom in the morning, maybe to brush your teeth or do whatever, if you don't, that's fine. That's a habit I would, you know, insist you start. But go into the bathroom and look in the mirror. Look yourself in the eyes and say, I am confident. Not, I'm going to try to be more confident. Not, I might be more confident. I am confident. I will be confident. I'm happy in my own skin. I'm happy with the way I look. Things like that. And that last example kind of promotes complacency. That's not what I'm trying to promote. But you know what I mean. It's better that than you hate the way you look. You know what I mean? You could replace that with, I am someone who takes good care of my looks or my physical appearance. So, to sum everything up and wrap everything up this video, to truly be confident and to truly, I guess, I don't want to say be happy, because confidence isn't the key to happiness. not by itself. You just have to believe in yourself. You know, let's jot this down in bullet points if you want to take notes. You just have to believe in yourself. You shouldn't be feeding yourself negativity. Even in jokes. Jokes will mess with you subconsciously. I see even my own personal friends, I can kind of see through them by things that I feel like most people wouldn't notice. Just subconsciously things they say. Like if they make a joke about themselves or something and kind of laugh it off. That's not always bad. Not always, but I'll see some repeats that are kind of like, okay, you know. Take on the identity of someone who is confident. Stop feeding yourself negativity. And feed yourself positivity. Try to focus on what's good. Because I'll be damned if there ain't nothing good about you. That can't be true. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. You might refuse to believe it, but I don't. Wait, did I just say that backwards? I did. Okay. You know what I mean, though. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this reaches somebody who might need it. I wish you all the best, and I apologize, but my hour-ish video isn't going to come out yet. Still got some editing and things like that to do. It's been alright last few days. I've been quite busy. It's not an excuse, but it is what it is. Life happens. I need to start working on my website more. That's something I've actually slowed down a little bit on. Need to kind of pick back up my momentum. Keep moving on that. Just got things, you know, in life. Being careful not to overwhelm myself, though. That'll be the topic of another video, because that was something I struggled with for a while. Was biting off more than I could chew. Thinking I was mentally impenetrable. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you have a blessed week. Or a great week. Thank you. Goodbye.